Hi, my name is Claire Batchelor, and this is my video on my senior experience. So I chose to study photography, which has always been one of my passions. To get started and get some basics, I read two books, the first one being Lonely Planet's Best Ever Photography Tips by Richard E. Hansen, and then The Unforgettable Photograph by George Lane and Scott Mowbray. My mother's birthday was last week, so I wanted to create a piece of one of her favorite places, which happens to be the dining room at my house in Cape Cod. There's just so many fun memories there, and I knew it would be a perfect idea for her. So I first took a photograph of the dining room. As you can see, it's quite messy. And then in Photoshop, I abstracted each of the shapes. And it was actually pretty difficult because, as you can see in the original photograph before, there was a lot of distractions and things I needed to fill in. But overall, I'm very happy with the way it turned out, and my mom really liked it. The next series of photos I took in manual mode on my Canon camera and edited them in Photoshop. They're all candid and unposed, as it was my family and my family friends replacing this light. The next series of photos I took on a beach in Cape Cod. The ones of the moms are definitely posed, but I really liked the emotion I was able to capture from them since they have been lifelong friends. I also experimented with a few landscape shots, and this was different for me with the natural lighting of being outside, as I had to change the ISO and f-stop as well as the shutter speed. I was able to travel to South Carolina the following week to visit two of my best friends from high school that recently moved there last month. These photos were all basically posed, but it was really awesome to be able to direct them and make them feel comfortable around the camera with some techniques I learned from the books. For example, instead of putting them in unnatural poses, I would ask them a funny question like, what's your least favorite food and why? And I was able to kind of capture their reaction. Last week, I received some exciting news that one of my pieces was actually chosen to be displayed in the I Create exhibition at the Bruce Museum in Greenwich. This is a piece that is similar to the abstraction I created for my mother that was shown in the beginning of the video. One of my biggest takeaways from this project is that always just keep taking photos. You never know when the right moment is going to happen, and you're going to need to take probably like 50 photos just to get 10 good ones. I also feel like I was able to improve my skills as far as the camera settings from reading the information in the books. Next time, I would probably try to keep my camera charged and with me at all times. There's definitely a couple moments, like a beautiful sunset, that I wish I had my camera for, but I didn't. Overall, I am very happy that I chose to study photography over the past 3 weeks. It is something I don't usually have a lot of time for outside of school. I definitely felt like I grew as a photographer, and I'm going to apply these new techniques in the future.